it's a lot more difficult than even the mushroom gap cut in Mushroom Gorge. This one, you've got to do some special drifting, some special counter hopping to try and make that little gap jump in the beginning of the track like you see here. But that is not Man-Child, that is Cass though, and I do not, oh, with the drift, you're not going to be able to take that shortcut, unfortunately. But you're going to see Cass grab a single item box, has bombs dragging right behind him. Everyone behind her got to be careful.
Here on the screen right now, you see him trying to go for the double. The left double was open, but he went for the right double. I don't know if that was the best choice at that moment in time, but who knows?
Testing the item box change, you know?
Probably. After us explaining it, it's like, oh, let me see if this works.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Oh,
honestly, that was twice someone was back against him. He narrowly avoids the blow.
You know what? Maybe an invulnerability cheat code got put in there because he is just not getting hit by anything. Kanzai, though, gonna opt to take the side shortcut and go through the grass rather than going through the no item shortcut and saving all of those shrooms. You can see Batter Cookie, though, in third. Throwing back the boomerang, has Piranha in, and gonna see, unfortunately, Kanzai getting blown up, throws back the boomerang. Blue Shell is out. That's gonna be tracking two, who I only could think is Zol, who also tried to go off the stage and then got hit by the Blue Shell anyway.
Way too early. Usually, if you're gonna go off the stage, you want to do in that blue is kind of like circling around you, just so like you know you have enough time. And a shot comes in, disrupting the field.
Yeah, and with this shot, you're not going to be able to take that.
There's two bombs.
What is going on?
What are you doing? That was probably not the best decision just because none of y'all are going to have to speed outrun that.
Yeah, but still, I think it hit all three of them because it is just a drag race between these three racers. You can see Batter Cookie using that air horn, but then, oh!
Are you kidding me? Back-to-back reds from two different people. He almost got backed by the screen, changed it to the double, and he looks like he's not going to have much to go off up here. He's tried the Hail Mary shot. The Hail Mary shot. They canceled each other out. That was his own undoing. Kanzai getting first. Batter Cookie getting second.
Honestly, that was probably the worst case situation when it came down to it, with the red shell colliding with the bouncing green shell. That's been happening to me a lot recently, just because if you don't, you know, space out your items like you should, yeah, that's gonna happen. But still, really great work by Kanzai, grabbing that first place, but still, amazing race overall. Sad we didn't see anyone take the no item shortcut. Really unfortunate there, but still, amazing race nevertheless.
No, absolutely, man. I mean, we're going to be seeing a lot of other great action coming up momentarily, but that was just race one. Race two could be anything. It could be any of wave two. It could be wave one, or tracks that we already know that's been in the game since its inception.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm hoping to see a lot more DLC like I talked about with regionals and worldwides. They were popping up like really consistently.
I'd like to see some Sydney Sprint.
Oh, Sydney Sprint. That's been one of my, actually one of my more favorite tracks that was really surprising to me that I would actually enjoy. It's just really fun. It's got so many different, you know, every single lap being different. I like that a lot. New York Minute, another one that really surprised me.
New York
Minute
really
is
kind of like the tricky one of the bunch. At least that's what I'm going to think. Just because the roads are wet and slippery, but then when you're not inside the city, that's where it kind of changes things.
Yeah, no, I think even the slippery aspect isn't that bad. I feel like more or less how many turns there are in the track, and there's so many small little opportune moments for shortcuts, that makes the track a little bit more difficult. But with the randomizer out, we are going to Choco Mountain. All right, another DLC track from Wave 1.
Was this been considered a bagging track, even though there's not really a shortcut opportunities? Because I know you could definitely like shock and TS people off certain areas.
Yeah, no, the shock area, if you have shock, you want to use it right when you see them. Go over that glider section on the map, but bagging-wise, you don't have enough shortcuts to go through to try and catch back up. I mean, you could possibly do it if you feel confident enough in grabbing those 10 coins. Like, there are not a lot of coins on this track at all. So if you have 10 coins, you're going to be going significantly faster than the majority of the competition. So potentially, yes, but you really just want to run it and just hope for the best.
And right now, you're seeing everyone's getting all these slipstreams because that's how tight and compact this area is. Now we're going to this section. You gotta be careful. Soul getting hit by the bomb. As I was gonna say, you gotta be careful because these rocks are falling off the mountain constantly.
Did you see that? There was another bomb that got thrown at him.
I saw that.
What is going on?
I'll tell you
my
what's going on.
goodness.
Everyone hates Zool.
No kidding. How unfortunate to get hit by 2 bombs. Which
Because Waluigi needs to be careful before he gets dragged down by Kansai.
and Kanzai opting, and that's going to be shooting right behind Kanzai. Like I was saying, not grabbing those coins. You're seeing it 3 coins and then Kanzai with 2. It's just going to show that, hey, first place racer is going to have a lot better of a chance just to run as we're seeing a blue shell come out.
It's going to hit Bad Cookie, who's pretty far out. Then again, Kansai is not that far out either. I don't know what happened to Kansai. I think he got hit off, and then Lack 2 brought him back on the track and Mr. Scooty. Something happened to him as well.
Kanzai backing some fire here, which honestly, like if you don't see anyone behind you, you don't need to back that fire. I understand you want to roll for another item, but just to have it for defense, more or less, I think is a lot more useful. Cass, though,
Ooh, that's a good play. It's not just those triple reds right in front of her.
Yeah, no, really great reaction time there to avoid that green and triple reds, and we're going to allow Morizilla to just throw those forward and cause absolute devastation against Kanzai, but then he gets a little bit of karma thrown right back at him, and he's going to go down
Look
to
at
third
the
place.
lead Bad Cookie has. Like, look at that. That's just
He's taking the Cena shot at Red Rock.
ginormous at this point.
He got not a thing to worry about as he slammed himself into a wall. Gonna use that banana, tossing it back and grabbing first place. Look at that ginormous lead. He can literally gotten something to eat, got back on stage, and then still
Looks
finished
like
on the
Zul doesn't
finish
even know
line.
how he got second and Cass got third.
You know what? More respect for Zol, getting bombed twice in the very beginning of the match, and then being able to come back and grab second. Really good job by him.
No, absolutely. I mean, still, it's not easy. It's definitely not
No.
easy. For what he experienced earlier in that race, that was a great comeback.
Yeah, it's really tilting to have just, like, especially in this qualifier, it's just been bombs on bombs on bombs, and be able to just, you know, relax, move forward, being able to untilt yourself, especially knowing that it's only the first lap, and you have so much time to come back. That's one of the key things about this game, that you gotta just say, hey, some unfortunate things happened, let's move on and keep racing.
Let's go ahead and announce the races on deck for qualifier number 3. If you hear your name, head on up to the hype tunnel right now. Ankles, Riley, Kiro, Sports Joey 3,
Oh,
Big B,
the plot twist.
Daddy-O, Jack Attack 2.0, JG28531, AJ the Gamer, Christian 108108, and Spicy Peppa.
Ooh, a lot of great names. I like a lot of these. Jack Attack, yeah, JG. I mean, honestly, Spicy Peppa, I like it. I like it a lot. Really, really cool names here. But going into this next race, honestly, what track do you really, really want? I know, probably Waluigi Pinball, huh?
DSBS.
Oh,
Super
okay,
Bell Subway.
fair enough. My S tier #1 track in the game.
And
I like
everyone
it.
gives you an annoyance for it.
Oh, but unfortunately, we are going to be going to Toad's Turnpike, one of the worst tracks in the game.
Not a track that I like, even though it favors my style of racing. I still do not like this track.
It's just, it's a figure 8 course, doesn't have a lot
It's
to it.
so boring.
It is very boring, but I like the whole like aspect that you're on like a highway and everything, and you just got these random cars.
A highway that you can't escape apparently because there's no off ramp.
True, this is just endless. Just you see all these characters just trapped endlessly going in a figure 8. This is what they are gonna get tormented with. My goodness.
So here's one thing I've always questioned, like, you know, like when you think of racing, you're thinking like fast cars and whatnot, maybe a pit stop. There's no pit stop for these players.
Oh no! They'll have to.
This is actually one of the fixes that actually happened. That was one of the where if you got a single item box, you would have actually gotten double items. They fixed that issue.
Yeah, I thought that was actually intentional on this track because of the fact that you may go through like doubles and they'll just give you the double instead anyways. Thought that was actually
I never had a problem with that. I don't know why that was
Really?
never patched.
I honestly, that happened to me a lot, especially towards the end of the track. It was never in like the middle or the beginning. It's always
It
at
was
the
right
end.
after like the undercut.
Yeah, right here, right after this, it would always give me double items. I thought it was part of the game, part of the track, but apparently it's a bug. So thank you,
A
Nintendo,
bug
for
that's
fixing
been there for like 7 to 8 years that no one ever checked to fix.
They said, you know what? Maybe we should start fixing this game now that we're releasing new content for. Only the best-selling racing game of all time.
Except for the net code.
Nope, there's no fixing that. The Windows 98 netcode.
Bro, not the XP 98.
Windows XP, even worse.
Oh man, but here we go. We have Bad Cookie in a second. We are talking about Kanzai in first right now. opts to take the little surfboard cut, gets hit by the red. He was hoping that the trucks could destroy it, and unfortunately it did not favor him.
Did not have the double item box
Oh!
there, but oh my goodness. The green shell's just going all right past him, and there's even more.
Dude,
oh,
he was
no.
letting it rip against. Oh, and he's gonna take the. He's not getting blue.
That's insane,
He's
being
not
able to
getting blue.
pass. Oh,
The two
no.
people died from that.
Yeah, they did, and it's looking like Morzilla's gonna be able to just put it into neutral and finish it. Batter Cookie in second. Look at that big smile. I love it. Love it. Beautiful big smile.
I don't understand. I guess this game needs more pixie.
No, that was a great. It was because it's unfortunate, but it happens all the time. Right when the blue shell starts to lift off the ground, that is locked onto that person. So Morzilla was able to pass first place while the blue shell was already locked onto Kanzai. And he was Kanzai, and forgot who else. Kanzai and another competitor.
Batter Cookie.
Batter Cookie got connected with the full force of that blue shell. Really unfortunate stuff.
No, absolutely, man. But I mean, like, still, like, Batter Cookie was able to somehow recover, get into second place after all that business.
Yeah.
But Morzilla needed that first place win. He's been within the top 3, top 4, and that's definitely going to set him apart from the rest of the pack.
Very true, very true. And going into this next race, I'm hoping to see Wave 2, please. I know we're going to be saying that all night, but please, let it happen. No, okay, Bone Dry. A very great
We don't see this one often.
No,
honestly.
we don't. We don't. And it's actually pretty difficult, and you're going to be seeing a lot of these racers have a very difficult time going on this track because the turns are really tight. You got to be careful. Not a lot of protection.
And once you're on sand, it's also slippery too a little bit.
Yep, and you got to adjust yourself. Press that B button to adjust your lines. Just, tap it. Just to make sure.
You should do what Batter Cookie is doing, using the back camera to make sure you're not facing imminent danger.
So true. Back camera is a lifesaver more times than not. Please start using your back camera. Try to understand, seeing, hey, what items are behind me and what should I do if there is an item behind me? It's always just trying to think one step ahead always.
Absolutely. Right now you see that Kanzai has to be careful not falling off the track and avoiding Batter Cookie. What? The greens? Huh? What?
He connected into his own double greens, so they just collided into one another, and now we're seeing more greens. We saw that with Morzilla, just greens on greens on greens. First it was bombs, now it's greens.
Oh my lord, look at that King Boo. Dragging out an item. It got destroyed by the bouncing green from Zool, and he got boomerang.
No! And then you saw that.
Oh my lord, can we get off the middle of the track when there's a blue shell, please? You see the mini-map, you see a blue shell, stay away from the middle of it.
Please, you do not want to get hit by it. It's so sad. It really ruins a lot of momentum, especially for me when I'm like, I could have avoided that.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, these competitors are not going to be able to avoid that blue shell. Throwing the red forward, seeing that they backed the banana, but still had a bomb in hand. Hopefully, they're going to allow second place to do their job, throw another red forward. There we go. And now you're going to see it. One red hitting.
One red.
There. Two reds.
And meanwhile, Kanzai is trying to figure out what's the game plan to pass this person. And also, he should be careful what's behind him.
And you know what's behind all of them.
Oh,
another blue shell. And that's going to connect with the Soul and Morzilla. No.
And now, Batter Cookie's in second. Wait, what happened to those greens?
They got ghosted away, I think. I don't know, actually.
I don't know if they backed or ghosted. It was so hard to tell. But I'll tell you this right now, that King Boo got hit by something.
King Boo right behind him.
And now
loses the red protection, but Batter Cookie's going to be able to finish it first. That Boo's going to get hit, which is
Are you kidding me? Look at what he's getting hit by.
Everything under the sun as Zol's going to take over that second place spot, and Kanzai in third. Fire, reds, greens.
Would y'all let me breathe so I can say stuff, please?
No, this is what I love. This is what's great about Mario Kart, the non-stop action, the carnage, everything happening at once. It's fantastic. It's amazing. This is what we're living for, Vonnie.
So let's repeat what exactly we're living for as we go into the highlights.
Bang. Whoa!
This blue right now, that scared me. That was the biggest jump scare I've ever seen.
I felt like I was going to get impaled there. My goodness. Back it up, Blue Shell.
And here you go. You see Battered Cookie destroying his own items, and that's what prevented him from getting the win on Dragon. Zool getting hit with the bomb, and another one jumps right after, too. But great play on Cass, narrowly avoiding these triple red disaster. And then, again, green is destroying reds. I don't know what's going on.
I like that too. The boomerang hit out Kanzai, and then Kanzai's drag hit the Donkey Kong that threw the boomerang forward. I like that little karma back and forth. Whenever something goes even in Mario Kart, I just love it. It's just so goofy and funny.
Man, that was everything. And qualifier number 2 again. Qualifier number 3, not that far off. Ankles, Riley, Kiros versus Joey, Big B, Daddy O, Jack Attack, JG, AJ the Gamer, Christian, and Spicy Peppa. Those people should already be in the hype tunnel. We should be ready to get going soon. But man, an exciting qualifier number 2.
It really has been, and I want to shout out everyone in the Twitch chat who's with us tonight. We got Superman, we got Jaws Wald, we got Sig here, Retnick, and Big Al Boss. Oh, Big Al, of course. LA Cruiser, and Sneaks is in the chat. What's up? The original reigning champion multiple times. Sneaks in the chat. Always love to see him. Always doing a great job racing.
I actually saw him earlier today playing for Play EX Esports, trying to win that trip to come to Las Vegas.
Ooh, if anyone can win that trip, it's going to be Sneaks. But we got the scores ready for you of qualifier number 2. Let's get them on the screen. There you go. Battered Cookie with 54 points in first. Kanzai in second with 43. Zol in third with 41. Morzilla in fourth with 40. Cass in fifth with 35. Mr. Scooty in sixth with 29. Richie in seventh with 24. VLX in eighth. Fulto, Chiseled, Baseball, Heat, and Sea Whispers rounding out the rest of qualifier number 2. But you're seeing it once again, 29 points now being the low total of maybe making it into semifinals. So you want to get above that 30 points, and you should be good to go so far. Still got